Hey guys, you may remember this Emerson from a previous video. I tested it with the blades it came with, which were 36-inch fiberglass blades. I had a suspicion that those were not the correct blades for it, so I got a set of what I have previously seen on this fan, which is the plastic fake wood grain blades in the 52-inch size. We really don't know because we've never seen any of these in a catalog or anything like that. It's entirely possible that it did come with the 36-inch blades. The reason why I suspected that they weren't the correct blades is I actually got that fan. I got two of those together, and one had Evergo blades stuck on it, and one had the fiberglass blades. So I figured if one had the wrong blades, it's a fairly likely scenario that they both had the wrong blades. But one thing I thought we'd check was we'd see, because this is actually a 3-speed fan, and I've only seen these in 2-speed before, so that's another anomaly. And the low speed seemed pretty slow with fiberglass blades, so I thought I'd see if it was an appropriate low speed with the 52-inch blades, and if it stalled out with 52-inch blades, then that might have been a clue that this was in fact designed to be a 36-inch fan. Hope that made sense. I really love these. These are just really, really cool fans to me. There's one like it in the museum, as there deserves to be. I'm recording this video in 720p instead of 1080p. If you notice a difference, let me know. It will greatly improve my upload speed and the amount of videos I can take on any given time in terms of space on my SD card. So that there's no noticeable degradation in quality, I'm going to start doing 720 for all the fan videos except for tours and stuff where I really want to have high quality. So let's give it a shot. It's set to low from the pull chain. Okay, well, we'll start on low. It's drawing 0.28, and that does look like a fairly appropriate Emerson low speed, so I'm going to go ahead and go with my original assumption that those were not the original blades. That looks like a very appropriate low speed. Man, I like this fan a lot. Medium, 0.8. Quite a fast medium speed. Let's see, the medium should be the factory low of a blender fan, since it's essentially a blender fan there. I don't remember blender fans' lows being that fast, but they are fast. High, 1.53. I think I've commented in previous videos that given the different blender fan options in this space, I've always wondered if the other fans notice their sibling when I test something. Well, yeah, that is a much greater amount of air being moved than... That's more than a K55 Casablanca, that's more than a Hunter Original. Almost as much as a Gold Line. Probably about as much as a Long Nose. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of air being moved at this distance. I was not expecting that much. I guess I should have, given how blender fans perform, but even so, I thought blender fans underperformed round noses and such things, you know. But nope, that's more than a lot of commercial fans. More than any non-antique residential fan. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous at a distance. Okay, well, let's let it spin down. Haven't done anything to this one that I recall. I can't remember the first time I tested it. Did I have to oil the bearings? I don't think so. I've never opened it up, I can tell you that much. I wish I had a place to hang it. I'm actually kind of tempted to put one in my parents' kitchen, but it's such a large fan and that's such a small room, I think it would be too imposing. Plus, do I already have Emersons there? I got a similar Emerson in the larger bedroom, in the master bedroom there, which was my brother's bedroom. They shared the largest one, and my parents actually took the smallest one. You'd think with my brothers out of the house that they'd switch. We'll see. I guess it must be a thing in my dad's side of the family. I was thinking my Uncle Paul always had the smallest bedroom and gave both of his daughters the two larger ones. I don't remember my Aunt Candy's house when their kids were growing up. Their kids are all older. Good spin down. Yeah, first time we found one of these. We've only found 3 to date. One's in the museum and I have the other 2. And the first time we found one, we weren't entirely certain if those decals on the side came from the factory that way, but it appears they did. Then I've got a version that has like a weird decorative sideband instead of the decals. It's brown and brass. And then I've got the plain version, then I've got the ornate version. I love these quite a bit. Really, I love anything K63, but these are really high on my list. These are one of those fans, like the Fasco World's Fair, that I didn't know existed until I started collecting. Most of the fans that I love in my collection are fans that I saw as a child. Then there are a few, like the iFan, like these, like the World's Fair, that I didn't see until I started collecting, like the male-female Casablancas. What else? Some of my favorites I didn't see until I started collecting. I know I've probably said that a number of times there. And, yeah, once I discovered them, I'm like, oh my god, where have you been all my life? And this is one of them. It's a K63 motor. It's essentially a fan with a housing and a lower canopy. K63 motor, drop flywheel, I mean, it's everything that I love. Okay, spin down. We don't have all night here. These blades came off of a designer. I can only tell because I can see the imprints of the blade badges if I look closely. I got these from Lewis. He gave me a whole bunch of extra Emerson parts one time, or I might have bought them. I'm not sure. I might have traded for them. I don't remember how that worked. Lewis is a good friend and always looks out for me with stuff. And, yeah, these blades were in one of the batches that I got from him. And I've been saving them. I'd actually planned on putting them on the fan in the museum, but because the blades in that one were kind of yellowed, but then I decided I'd rather keep it original. And so they were just a spare set kicking around my workshop, and now they have a home. Stop already! Good God! You guys know that spin down is not something that I really care about. I just know that a lot of people that watch care about it, so. I mean, it is a good gauge in judging things like bearing health. If a fan does not have a good spin down, if it stops abruptly, you know, you can definitely troubleshoot a fan from spin down, but after a certain point, it's pointless. If it's still going at this point, you know it's a healthy fan, and you don't need to keep watching, but then again, the American Fan Collectors Association has a spin down contest, which I believe Eric Laird, who is 10 or 11 years old maybe, won it last time, so. Finally. Good God, almost 10 minutes. Okay, 1 microfarad. 2. Wow! We didn't think it would start moving on 2, but it did. 0.1 amps. Is it going to stall? Wasn't expecting that, okay. 3.15. Not much difference there. 4.2. 0.27. Oh, it went down to 0.26. Metal Pete would call that flopping. Six, 0.33. 7.3, no, 0.4. 8.47. 9.54. 10.62. 12.68, 13.75, 14.83, 15.9, 16.98, 17, 1.05, 18, 1.12, 19, 1.19, 20, 1.26. What was it on high again? Like 1.5? Just check real quick. 1.52. 21, 1.32, 22, 1.38, 23, 1.42, 24, 1.47, 25, 1.51. Okay, can't go higher than 25. And I will tell you, we will not be going through that long spin down again. We're at 0.06 right now. 0.07. It's moving at 0.07. Is it going to stall? It's noisy though, I can hear it. It's not stalling. Okay, here is an eighth of a turn. 0.19. Eighth of a turn, 0.4. Eighth of a turn, 0.7. Quite noisy. Eighth of a turn, 1.09. High. And last delay. Went up to 1.4, then 1.53. Let's see if it drops any. Well, nope, 1.52. So, yeah. Like the Fastco, it does not go much over. That is a very powerful fan. I'm quite impressed. Okay. Gonna try to do one more video today. Gotta figure out what's next. Thanks for watching.